know, it is like that Rook woman said. Things were okay a few years ago, before 2008. Do you remember back then we used to think politics was boring?
Those were the days.
But now, I worry about everything. I don't know what to worry about first. Never mind the government. It's the sodding banks. They terrify me. And it's not even them. It's the companies, the brands, the corporations. They treat us like algorithms while they go around poisoning the air and the temperature and the rain. And don't even start me on ISIS. Oh, now we've got America. Never thought I'd be scared of America in a million years, but we've got fake news and false facts. I don't even know what's true anymore. What sort of world are we in? Because if it's this bad now, what's it going to be like for you? Huh? 30 years' time? 10 years? 5 years? What's it going to be like?
Spain's calling it the January Revolution as the so-called People's Party, Nueva Esperanza, declares itself the new government.
Link, TV, news channels now.
The situation in Spain means the left-wing government is being replaced by a far-left government.
What can we do about Spain?
Well, I'm stuck in the middle of a hung parliament. There's nothing I can do.
They're saying Nueva Esperanza has a policy of repatriation. Anyone without citizenship is sent home.
I thought they were left-wing.
You go far right, you go far left. Eventually you meet in the middle.
They won't let you into France. Where else can you go?
Outbreaks of violence in Athens as the country withdraws from the Eurozone. And the Grexit begins.
Martial law has been declared as the government of Italy resigns.
Hungary has been declared bankrupt.
The whole world is on fire.
How long have you got?
Hours and hours.
The United Nations has threatened to remove its headquarters from American soil.
After the suspension of same-sex marriage, the Supreme Court has overturned Roe versus Wade.
There she is. Go back. There she is.
So I've been banned from America.
Here's what's making headlines on this March 11th.
Good morning on this Wednesday, March 11th.
Wednesday, March 11th.
Hope you guys are exhaling, taking a minute for yourselves in the midst of all the chaos and confusion.
I just looked at my notes from that day, and it was a most unusual day. I was testifying before the House Energy and Commerce Oversight and Reform hearing, and during that hearing, I said, we will see more cases, and things will get worse than they are right now. How much worse we'll get will depend on our ability to do two things: to contain the influx in people who are infected coming from the outside, and the ability to contain and mitigate within our own country. Bottom line, it's going to get worse.
Today, the EPA said the train that derailed and caught fire in East Palestine, Ohio, was carrying and actually released more toxic chemicals than was first reported. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine also revealing that the train was not categorized as carrying high-risk chemicals. He now wants Congress to look into that. Water quality has been one of many concerns following that disaster. Chemicals did reach the Ohio River, and 3,500 fish have likely died in streams and tributaries. The NTSB may be zeroing in on the disaster's cause. In the meantime, federal investigators have surveillance video from a resident showing what appears to be a wheel bearing in the final stage of what it calls overheat failure, moments before the derailment.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
We also have the story tonight of an East Palestine man who was in a recent movie that was eerily similar to the train derailment that happened.
First News reporter Abigail Cloutier spoke with him about the uncanny similarities.
When Ben Ratner signed up to be an extra on White Noise, a movie that was about a train accident that caused a chemical leak, he never thought it would become his reality. Ratner is an extra in a traffic jam scene sitting in a line of cars trying to evacuate. The movie follows a family after a train hits a tanker truck, creating a chemical cloud. White Noise came out in 2022 and was shot around Ohio. Ratner is an extra in a shoot in Salem.
My dad and I went, and they had us basically in cars evacuating.
The plot of the movie is not lost on the East Palestine community.
Because there's only so much negative you can focus on. People are like, oh, how about this, it's kind of uncanny here, this movie.
Ratner tells me he tried watching White Noise again soon after the derailment.
Probably like 15 minutes in, I turned it off. It was not something that I was ready to watch yet.
The night of the fire, Ratner and his family were watching his kids' basketball game, and they weren't sure what was wrong at first. They live in what was the 1 mile evacuation zone, and it became clear they needed to get out.
Loaded up the kids and the dog and a little bit of clothes we had from mother-in-law's house and went and stayed in Salem.
He waited for a few days after the evacuation order to bring his wife, kids, and dog back. He says he worries about the effects of the disaster on East Palestine. His family does not want to move, but they worry about health concerns and property value.
You see your home as an investment for the future, and if the railroad took that investment from us, there needs to be that consideration.
In East Palestine, Abigail Cloutier, WKBN 27 First News.
These crowds were assembled in the name of death. They were there to attend tributes to the dead. But not the already dead. The future dead. The living dead amongst us. Processions, songs, speeches, dialogues with the dead. Recitations of the names of the dead. They were there to see pyres and flaming wheels. Thousands of flags dipped in salute. Thousands of uniformed mourners. There were ranks and squadrons, elaborate backdrops, blood banners and black dress uniforms. Crowds came to form a shield against their own dying. To become a crowd is to keep out death. To break off from the crowd is to risk death as an individual. To face dying alone. Crowds came for this reason, above all others. They were there to be a crowd.
To say it because it was the truth.
On March 11th, it became real for the entire country.
That's just when so many people just said, it's time to take this very seriously.
Yo, this is more serious than I thought it was.
March 11th, we knew that the WHO were going to call it a pandemic.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
The vice president was initially going to do the press conference, but then we were told that the president would be doing the address, and it just kept getting pushed, and it eventually turns into an Oval address that night.
To keep new cases from entering our shores, we will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. That headline struck me as just a stunning move.
He's now taking it seriously. He's hit this inflection point.
You go home, you start reading, you read the newspaper, you see the TV, and you're like, oh my God, this is really happening.
Look, I'm sorry about that little show back there, but we thought it best to break it to you slowly.
Break what?
You've been asleep, Cap, for almost 70 years. You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up out of your sleep!
We are hearing that they're going to make an announcement soon that this game is not being played.
I had so little time to make that decision. I didn't have time to convene a board meeting or call experts for advice. There were 19,000 people sitting in an arena waiting to find out whether this game was going to happen.
The game tonight has been postponed. You are all safe. And take your time in leaving the arena tonight.
The word that just came out just moments ago is the NBA is going to temporarily suspend the season from now.
There's a shot that stands out in my head of Mark Cuban, who was sitting courtside one of the games, and clearly he gets a text message.
You could see right here the reaction from Mark Cuban.
This is crazy. This can't be true. I mean, it's not within the realm of possibilities. It seemed more like out of a movie than reality.
When I was young, I spent all of my days in search of love, but went astray.
Yo, Mr. White, these are the bomb.
And they're air popped, not fried.
Popcorners. You're an artist. This is art.
Actually, Jesse, it's just basic ingredients. No, we don't eat our own supply.
Mr. White!
Jesse.
Everyone's gonna want to taste. And I know just the guy to talk to.
What are these?
We call them popcorners.
Say their name.
Popcorners! Take! Yeah! How much of this stuff do you have? We've got 6 signature flavors, Joe. 7! You make 7! 7.
7 works.
Yeah. We're gonna eat a lot of snacks together.
Popcorners. Break into something good. I am the one who snacks.
That's not how it happened.
Who cares? Just as long as it's our competitors who believe it. What does the blowfish do, Jesse? What does the blowfish do?
I don't even know
The blowfish puffs up, okay? The blowfish puffs himself up 4 or 5 times larger than normal. And why? Why does he do that? So that it makes him intimidating. That's why. Intimidating. So that the other scarier fish are scared off. And that's you. You are a blowfish. But you see, it's just all an illusion. It's nothing but air.
Since I came to office, we've developed the ability to identify, track, and study high-altitude surveillance balloons connected with the Chinese military. When one of these high-altitude surveillance balloons entered our airspace over the continental United States earlier in the month, I gave the order to shoot it down as soon as it would be safe to do so. The military advised against shooting it down over land because of the sheer size of it. It was the size of multiple school buses and posed a risk to people on the ground if it was shot down where people lived. Instead, we tracked it closely, we analyzed its capabilities, and we learned more about how it operates. And because we knew its path, we were able to protect sensitive sites against collection. We waited until it was safely over water, which would not only protect civilians, but also enable us to recover substantial components for further analytics. And then we shot it down, sending a clear message. The violation of our sovereignty is unacceptable. We'll act to protect our country, and we did.
Good luck, man.
One man's latest adventure took him to new heights in an unconventional way.
Have a good shot, Tom.
Tom Morgan is living up to the name of his company, The Adventurists. he and his team figured out how to get him off the ground in a lawn chair by strapping 100 helium balloons to it.
Oh, that is a view.
It took a lot of trial and error. They even had to switch locations to a place where wind conditions would work best for them. But all those attempts finally paid off.
Broadly speaking, I'm here and I'm flying to here currently. Hopefully I don't end up here or here. Oh, that is cool on a whole new level. Wow. Wow. Sitting here on a cluster balloon, floating across Africa.
Morgan flew 15 miles at 8,000 feet. He returned to Earth by popping his balloons one by one.
How the hell do you feel? That was so cool, man.
After his successful voyage, he's planning to get others in balloon chairs so they can race. Even if you don't win, this view might make the journey worth it.
That is literally the greatest adventure machine on the planet.
Americans were mesmerized today by an incredible drama playing out on live television. A homemade helium mylar balloon believed to be carrying a 6-year-old boy was racing out of control across the skies of Colorado. The police said the boy had climbed into a box attached to the bottom of the balloon at his home in Fort Collins, and somehow it took off. After a nail-biting 2 hours, the balloon landed near Denver.
We are looking at live pictures right now, and there is a gentleman that is chasing the balloon. It is coming down. It has just landed, Jeff.
Oh, wow.
This is phenomenal news. We've been watching this play out.
I'm watching it. I see it.
Unbelievable. So it looks like a relatively gentle landing for what we've been watching, this massive flying saucer flying through the air.
I mean,
yeah.
I guess the big question is the kid in there?
Right, exactly, because we did hear some reports earlier that he possibly may have fallen out right after the balloon
Right, the way the
off.
balloon was listing and tilting a little bit as it was flying, you got to wonder if there was any weight in there.
Right, just to bring our viewers up to speed, if you've been following this back and forth, the balloon that has been flying over Colorado toward Kansas.
The Chinese spy balloon that we told you about yesterday over Montana was likely over the metro at one point today, caught up in the jet stream. Cameras sought the shot of what is believed to be the surveillance balloon. Later this afternoon, our sister station in St. Louis caught these images from its helicopter. Kansas Senator Jerry Moran was among many politicians tweeting today, the Republican saying he was in contact with the Department of Defense. Missouri Governor Mike Parson tweeted he did not have any communication from the Biden administration about the balloon, but that he was in contact with the Missouri National Guard. The Pentagon weighed in this morning.
What we're not going to do is get into a hour-by-hour location of the balloon. Again, we're monitoring it closely. As I mentioned, right now it's over the center of the continental United States. That's about as specific as I'm going to get.
I understand it might be inconvenient, but does the public not have a right to know if the balloon
the public
is over
certainly
their state?
has the ability to look up in the sky and see where the balloon is.
Missouri Senator Josh Hawley was among those calling for the balloon to be shot down.
Now they are securing this balloon to make sure it does not go up again, but they're not racing to the base of the balloon to try and open it. So that leaves me to wonder why they're not doing that. And obviously we can only speculate.
But there was no box and no child, and a search began. Then late today, a surprise ending to this story. The boy was found safe, hiding at home. Ben Tracy has been following this incredible story from the very beginning. And Ben, what a relief, but still an awful lot of unanswered questions tonight.
Yeah, Katie, of course, the good news is the boy is home safe, but the big question now is how did this bizarre scene unfold over the course of 2 hours when now we know the little boy was home the entire time?
I made my family disappear.
Kevin, you're completely helpless.
No, Kevin, you're what the French call les incompétents.
Kevin, I'm going to feed you to my tarantula. Kevin, you are such a disease.
There are 15 people in this house, and you're the only one who has to make trouble.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
I made my family disappear. No clothes on anybody. Sickening. Cool, firecrackers. I'll save these for later. Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
They found water on Mars.
They have indeed.
Don't exactly know what to do with that information, but hey, God bless them, they found it.
We live in an amazing time.
To water on Mars.
To water on Mars.
Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.
1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Truth or consequences, altimeter 29908. Pima 311, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6. Pima 311. Wayfarer 515, descend to 10,000. Juliet, Mike 21, do you have that traffic at your 9 o'clock? Wayfarer 515, do you have that traffic? Wayfarer 515.
Donald Margolis, a 19-year veteran of the FAA's Air Route Traffic Control Center.
63531 Taboa, apartment 6. No, Eubank's west. It's between Eubank and Spain, but Mazatlan's closest. I don't know. I just heard the one single, like a backfire, like a truck backfiring.
All right, I just want to go on record. We should all be wearing masks. Should be wearing masks. I love this one.
I have one thing to say.
Sick.
Do you mind putting your mask back on? Do you mind putting your mask back on?
I love this one.
I have one thing to say.
Sick.
But like sick in a good way.
Mask. It's sick.
I'm sorry.
It's sick.
I'm sorry.
Brandon said it, but you must be hot.
I'm feeling so satisfied. But like sick in a good way.
Hi, COVID.
Make the decision.
Hi, COVID.
Let me know in the
Will you
comments.
tell us about your head-to-toe look?
When I was designing, I just wanted to play around with pattern and kind of break down the monotony of what otherwise plaid could do. So I just started cutting it up. I wanted to create shapes. I wanted to create volume.
What I loved here is the boldness of that print.
As soon as she walked out, I thought, oh, she's sick. As soon as she walked out, I thought, oh, she's sick. But like sick in a good way. It's sick. The outfit is sick.
I loved COVID's look. Thank you. Do you mind putting your mask back on?
Within the next 48 hours, maybe 72, it'll look like natural causes.
What, like a heart attack?
Yeah. Or the flu, maybe.
Notice COVID's detail, this 3D applique.
I mean, it just gets better. You should probably take the mask off.
Yeah.
Can you breathe in there?
A little bit. A little better like
It's a good look, but we want to keep you alive.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street, on the 11th floor. I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street, on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old. I believe in taking care of myself, in a balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunches. I can do 1,000 now. Then I apply an herb mint facial mask, which I leave on for 10 minutes while I prepare the rest of my routine. There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I simply am not there.
To go.
Courtney! Dinner.
I can't.
I'm thinking Dorsia.
Dorsey is nice.
Where's something fabulous?
Facial at Elizabeth Arden, which was really relaxing. And then to the Pottery Barn, where I got this little silver muffin dish.
Is that Donald Trump's car?
God, Patrick, shut up.
You know, Courtney, you should take some more lithium or have a Diet Coke.
Silver muffin dish.
Is that Donald Trump's car? Is that Donald Trump's car?
God, Patrick, shut up.
You know, Courtney, you should take some more lithium or have a Diet Coke. Some caffeine might get you out of this slump.
I have all the characteristics of a human being. Flesh, blood, skin, hair. But not a single clear, identifiable emotion, except for greed and disgust.
No, I want to know. Okay, I came here for the cilantro crawfish gumbo, all right? Which is, after all, the only excuse one can have for being in this restaurant, which is, by the way, almost completely empty.
I'm very sorry, sir.
J&B straight and a Corona.
Would you like...
J&B straight and a Corona.
Would you like to hear the...
Double absolute martini.
Yes, sir. Would you like to hear the specials?
Not if you want to keep your spleen.
We should have gone to Dorsia. I could have gotten us a table.
Nobody goes there anymore. Is that Ivana Trump? Is that Ivana Trump?
Jeez, Patrick. I mean, Marcus, what are you thinking? Why would Ivana be at Texarkana? I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Great tan, Marcus. I mean, really impressive. Where do you tan?
Salon.
I'm good at tanning bed at home. You should look into it. And, Cecilia, how is she? Where is she tonight?
Cecilia's, well, you know Cecilia.
I've got a tanning bed at home. You should look into it. And, Cecilia, how is she? Where is she tonight?
Cecilia's, well, you know Cecilia. I think she's having dinner with, Evelyn Williams. When I get to Paul Allen's place, I use the keys I took from his pocket before disposing of the body. It's time for Paul to take a little trip. Bastard. Dallas. Paris. Singapore. London. Sydney.
There is this theory now that if you can catch the AIDS virus through having sex with someone who's infected, then you can catch anything. Alzheimer's, muscular dystrophy, hemophilia, leukemia, diabetes, dyslexia.
I'm not sure, guy, but I don't think dyslexia is a virus.
Who knows?
God, what are you doing? Stop that!
I guess I'm a pretty sick guy. So, if you get back tomorrow, I may show up at Harry's bar. So, you know, keep your eyes open.
Donald Trump, never one to shy away from controversial comments, isn't starting now.
The reporters are calling all day, all night. They want to find out, did Trump make a mistake?
Now, Trump is saying he watched from his Manhattan apartment as people jumped from the Twin Towers on 9/11.
I have a window in my apartment that specifically was aimed at the World Trade Center because of the beauty of the whole downtown Manhattan. And I watched as people jumped, and I watched the second plane come in.
While people were seen jumping from the towers that day, Trump's apartment in Midtown is roughly 4 miles from where the World Trade Center's towers stood.
Many people jumped, and I witnessed it. I watched that.
Trump also stubbornly defending his widely debunked claim that there were large crowds in New Jersey celebrating the day of the 9/11 attacks, pointing to a line in a Washington Post story published a week later that said law enforcement had detained people allegedly seen cheering on rooftops in Jersey City.
Holding tailgate style. Tailgate. You know what that means? Tailgate. That means football games, Ohio State, thousands of people in parking lots, on roofs.
While government officials and even the reporter who wrote that story say the investigation uncovered no such celebration, Trump points to his Twitter followers as evidence to the contrary.
So all of a sudden, I'm getting all of these tweets. I saw it, I was there, I was this. But I saw it. I saw it.
So what do you think of my Trump Home mattress collection by Serta? Finally, the same luxury and comfort I demand in my hotels.
Oh, they'll never count sheep again.
Listen, why don't you come work for me?
What do you have in mind?
Something you were born to do.
Welcome to Room 9.
Looking good, number 9, looking good.
Where's your dignity?
We are a nation that has the highest inflation in over 40 years. We're a nation that has weaponized its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never before. We've never seen anything like this. We're a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is about all you get. We're a nation where free speech is no longer allowed, where crime is rampant like never before, but soon we will have greatness again. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country. And it is hard-working patriots like you who are going to save our country.
Who is this?
It's Walt. How are you feeling? Kind of under the weather? Like you've got the flu?
This will put a human face on it, okay? Tom Hanks just tweeted. He and his wife, Rita, are in Australia.
The actor Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson are currently in a Gold Coast hospital and they have been diagnosed with coronavirus.
Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Tom Hanks, his wife Rita Wilson, they have tested positive for coronavirus. By the way, they're in our prayers tonight.
everything about you, and I don't even know your name.
Larry Crown. Hi. This is,
Lala. Larry and Lala. I don't think so. I used to be Catherine until I looked in the mirror and saw a girl named Talia. You? Lance. Lance Corona. Want to join my gang?
It was such a confluence of things in this country. You almost felt like you were starting to go downhill in a barrel.
You guys have a DVD player? So we watch it together and then we all leave. Is that a deal?
Yeah.
Deal. Sorry about the quality. It's a transfer from an old Betamax.
As you've already learned, we do animal research here at Hydra. Unfortunately, one must consider the most dangerous animal of all, humans. And so there is another more secluded test site where we are conducting significantly more sensitive work. The island's indigenous population, some of you may have heard them referred to as hostiles, are acquired on the main island, sedated, and brought here to room 23. Because the subjects are unwilling participants, security personnel should always be present during these sessions. Under no circumstances are you to engage subjects in conversation. The purpose of these interrogations is to better understand the hostiles' way of life, their origins, and particularly their worship of an island deity they refer to as Jacob. After the research team has concluded their tests, inject this into the back of the subject's neck and place these goggles over his or her eyes. Hitting this switch will commence the visualization while the drugs take effect. The dreamlike quality of the film, combined with the cutting-edge pharmaceuticals, will create an amnesia of sorts. Any memory of his or her interrogation will be effectively wiped clean. While these derogative measures may seem extreme, rest assured, they are vital to temporary truce at the hostiles is not violated.
This is the world you are graduating into. This is what I want to talk about today with you for a few minutes. To lead in shaping a new world order for the 21st century.
Footage has emerged of the former Vice President Creepy F. Biden, with young children and with the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. We just want to play these clips and want to warn you that what you're about to see is very disturbing. Now, obviously, the behavior that you're seeing here fits the profile of a pedophile. Obviously, nobody out there would take liberties with other people's children like Creepy Joe Biden does. And there's just tons of footage of him out there touching children inappropriately, caressing them, massaging them, basically grooming them, and making them feel basically awkward in their own skin. And this is part of the pedophile process. This is part of the virus that we're dealing with in terms of these spirit cookers.
What's going on?
Past there.
Don't know. We're not allowed to fly past that.
So many secrets.
Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
once when I was looking at that mist? Even though they tell us there's nothing close to the edge, I thought I saw a tree out there somewhere.
It's some kind of map.
Over the edge. Over again.
He planned.
What's past there? What's past the outer edge, boundary of memory?
A mystery.
Boundary of memory. Is that what they built so the memories would only stay within you and me?
You know the truth.
Where are you?
You could call it the end of the world.
You take care of your brother, you hear me?
Now go now, go while you still can. Let's go.
If you're seeing this broadcast, you are in a part of the country no longer controlled by the government of the United States.
Boys, I love you both, but I want you to do what I would do. Kill this piece of...
They mess with the wrong family.
How did this happen?
There's a new class of weapon. Everything went offline and never came back. They wipe us out, including U.S. Central Command.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm gonna fight. Anybody who wants to join is welcome to it. We'll hit them on our terms. We're the Wolverines, and we create chaos. We need to steal that weapon. It'd be the foothold we need and take our homes back.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Relax. And squeeze. We inherited our freedom. Now it's up to all of us to fight for it. For them, this is just some place. For us, this is our home.
Why do I stay inside? I should be living life instead of watching through the window. No use in playing safe, not gonna hesitate. I know the storm is only mental. I'm letting go, giving up the control. Yeah, I'm ready to go wherever the wind blows. I wanna see where the road's gonna lead. Time is ticking and the world is not waiting on me. I've been dodging raindrops for far too long. Over my head, they won't move on. I've been dodging raindrops, try not to get wet. I've been dodging raindrops for far too long. Dodging raindrops, but they're all in my head, all in my head. But they're all in my head. Sooner or later it comes, as quick as it comes it'll go. Whatever is blocking the sun, right for a moment. Running away from my past, it's pushing me out of my zone. Throwing me under the gun into the unknown. I'm letting go, giving up the control. Yeah, I'm ready to go wherever the wind blows. I wanna see where the road's gonna lead. Time is ticking and the world is not waiting on me. I've been dodging raindrops for far too long. These clouds over my head, they won't move on. I've been dodging raindrops,
final mission to save mankind has failed. The 70-mile-wide asteroid known as Matilda is set to collide with Earth in exactly 3 weeks' time, and we'll be bringing you our countdown to the end of days, along with all your classic rock favorites.
Feel free to wear your casual Friday clothing pretty much any day of the week. And if anyone wants to be CFO. Anyone?
So, what are you doing with the rest of your life?
Catching up on some me time, find God.
You're so good to me every day long. If you seek him, he'll come in. If you seek him, he'll come in. Bless your name, Jesus. Bless your name, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.